I suppose the first match to talk about is, well, Man U and Liverpool, right? we sort of
Yeah,
didn't
okay,
quite get to
fair.
it last time.
Yeah, fair enough.
And yeah, it was a 4-0. But the first half, I think we scored three of those goals in the first half or something. And well, I mean, it was our sort of A team versus your guys' B team, so it's not really much to be
Well,
taken out of that. But
I'll say this much: three of the four defenders who started for us, I had not heard of,
mm, mm,
and
Yeah, who is that Van Dyke guy?
yeah, struggling to even pronounce it, mate.
yeah. So I'm not looking to like rub it in your face or anything because the third match of the Premier League is Man U Liverpool. Yeah. So the at least the thing about this was our first preseason match, and it was kind of cool to see what Ten Hag has in mind for his system, and it is already looking miles better than what we were. So because before we were like a sort of sit deep counter attack kind of team, and I think that's just not. I mean, look, we're not Leicester or Brighton. It's kind of it can only get you so far. You can't. I don't think you can win a Champions League with that kind of setup. And Ten Hag's full press is really good. I really like seeing the players running hard and all the stuff. It's going to be a bit of a change because our centre backs now have to cover the flanks. So our fullbacks go forward and the centre backs kind of bunch up and move a lot more horizontally. And that's not going to be good for players like Harry Maguire and slow players.
How many players do you have in the squad who you would say are slow? Just Maguire, really?
It's mainly Maguire. Yeah, I mean Varane's pretty quick. Bailly's quick. Lindelof is a little bit slow.
McTominay's slow.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah,
McTominay's also just
he's
not that good.
Fred's okay.
Fred's better than McTominay.
Fred's goal in the Liverpool game
Oh, very nice.
it was tasty.
Sancho Sancho has played extremely well for our entire preseason, and he is back playing on the right wing, which is just great. It's just really good for our squad because we don't have many right wingers, even though he probably is better on the left. We don't have a left-footed right winger, but he's a very good right winger. So that's kind of good in terms of the squad. He might play on the right. And so I like that. He played very well in that game, scored a nice goal, and so did Martial.
Do you think Martial is likely to stay?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. No one wants to pay 250k a week.
Yes.
And like no one.
I think he's too good for United to let go. I don't think if United let him go, they can replace him with somebody better.
Especially if we lose Ronaldo. If we lose Ronaldo and then Martial goes, we literally have no striker. I mean, it's only Rashford. So Martial's definitely staying. Martial has scored in every preseason game and looked really good. So I'm happy for him to stay. It looks like we don't have much of a choice. So sort of just stick with it. Why not? I was listening to the United stand and they're talking about how Martial has this record of whenever he is not like the first choice, whenever we sign another striker, someone better than him or someone to compete with him, his form just completely dips. So when we signed Cavani, his form went in the toilet, and when we signed Ronaldo, his form went in the toilet, and all the stuff like. So he needs to be, for whatever reason he needs to be regarded as the first choice. He needs to be our first pick, and that's what makes him play at his best. So it's kind of annoying.
Would you say you're gonna play? So you're gonna play him and Rashford. So we him, Rashford, and Sancho as your front three.
That's what has been.
Is that what it looks like?
That's what it is in preseason at the moment. We are looking. Well, it's probably going to be Ronaldo because I think they're trying to force Ronaldo to stay. So, but yeah, it'll be.
I like the look of it. I like the look of that, and I definitely think Rashford should play on the left.
Agreed.
I think when Rashford played in that Liverpool game, he looked good coming in from the left.
All three of them swap positions, like because when Sancho scored that goal, he was on the left side because they swapped, but he was actually playing right wing that whole game. So they swap in all sorts. It kind of, it works. It's working for now at least. And we are supposed to sign another winger. We're looking at Anthony from Ajax, so that would be a left-footed right winger, and that would just add a bit more, a bit more different kind of crosses and stuff like that. So in swingers and stuff. Okay, so what else I've got here is that Tyrell Malacia, our new fullback, he played in all of our preseason games, and he has looked really good. It's hard to know if he will take who will start, Luke Shaw or him. It's probably still going to be Luke Shaw, but
surely it's going to be Luke Shaw. Like he's not going to take. How old's this kid? 19.
20?
Yeah, he's
Well,
not going to start over Luke Shaw.
He's really good, man, and his crosses are probably better than Luke Shaw's. I mean, it's hard to know. Either way, they're both going to be competing, and it's good. It's a good problem to have, I think. Donny van der Beek he did not look good in the Liverpool game or the Melbourne game, but in the Crystal Palace game, he played really well. He came on at half time and he got an assist. He played really calm. He's playing more attacking midfield, and Bruno is playing more like an 8. So that's interesting. But I think that will actually be Eriksen's position.
It's going to take a lot of looking at Eriksen in a Man United shirt to just undo the Spurs shirt in my mind that he wears.
Agreed.
Look, I'm stoked, man. I'm very happy to have Eriksen. We're lucky.
A great signing. It's a great signing.
Yeah.
For anyone who was going to get him, it was a great signing.
I'm happy about that. And then, so what I really liked though was some of these young guys we've got. Our youth squad is looking phenomenal because obviously they won the Youth Cup last season, and there's so many good players in that team, like with Garnacho and Hannibal, and now Zidane Iqbal and Charlie Savage have both been playing in like a midfield pair in pretty much, for 30 to 45 minutes of every preseason game, and they have looked amazing, especially Zidane Iqbal.
All of those names sound made up.
Yeah. Well, I think
they are. Is it Zidane Iqbal?
Well, Charlie Savage, right? His dad's what was it? Robbie Savage. Yeah. So that makes sense. But Zidane Iqbal, he looks like he may be he may see the first team this season. We won all 3. We've already played 3 preseason games actually, and we won all 3. So we beat Liverpool, Melbourne victory, and Crystal Palace. We did.
They should change their name, really.
Yeah, Melbourne loss.
The Melbourne defeat.
Well, yeah, we did concede a goal against Melbourne victory in 3 minutes, and it was because of exactly what I said with Maguire being too slow, and he got caught out and just got ripped by this Melbourne City player, got a 1-on-1 and scored. And
at what point do United cut their losses with Harry Maguire?
They won't. He's the captain still. He's been confirmed as captain for the next season. So not only will he stay, he's going to play every game.
Okay.
Which is, that's dividing the fans, because the funny thing was at the Melbourne game, which is at the MCG.
Boos.
Yeah, he was booed by the Australian fans, which is
not good.
Well, in the end, it was only a small section, and then eventually the main fans, more fans started cheering for him, so they sort of drowned it out. But still, it was pretty interesting. I don't think we should boo any of our players. I think that's the wrong attitude. But I know exactly how those fans are feeling. Maguire had the worst season of his career last season, and a lot of people wanted him replaced as captain. So I get it, but look, there's still a player in there, man. It's only one season, and if he can, this is his last chance, I guess. He has to sort it out this season, or maybe he will be axed. But we paid 80 mil. You can't have an $80 million player sitting on the bench.
I don't think he'll be in the team at Christmas time.
Well, we'll see. Because the thing we have, it's going to be weird because we've just signed Lissandro Martinez. So you'd think that it's 50 mil too, which is not cheap. You think that Ten Hag's player that he wants is going to play. So then Maguire has to play because he's the captain. So what? We put World Cup winner Varane on the bench? Like that's weird.
Nah, play free at the back. Free at the back.
It's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen.
Play Varane in midfield.
Well, maybe Martinez will play
okay.
midfield.